my good people? What's going on? Another week, another day. We had a couple days off. We are back at it now. Came over here to the freezer in Freona last night so we could do a 10. We got a long drive today. Get as far as we can going to South Texas. Just wanted to do a quick clip so I can get it uploaded quick and talk about the Freedom Convoy up in Canada. Man, that thing has really taken off since I posted last time, and proud of our Canadian cousins up there, brothers and sisters to the north. Hold the line, guys. Hold that line for freedom against the mandates. And we're proud of you. I'm glad to see some USA trucks going up there to support you guys, and I hope you're successful in your adventure. Now, I know there is a group, or a couple of groups that you can donate to, and I don't know the names of those. I'm going to have to find out, and we are actually going to donate to them so that they're able to stay up there with you guys to you know, protest this bullshit mandate crap that's going on. I mean, didn't England stop all their mandates? They just cut them out. The United States should do the same, and I thought Canada would follow right along with, you know, the UK in doing that. And I don't know where Australia is. They're like, they're way off by themselves, man. So they're like they're not doing anything like their sister countries are. You know, they're locking people up, you know, for saying what they feel. I think that's a load of crap, you know. I mean, Australians should have the freedom of autonomy of their own body, just like anywhere else. Any place should have, any country, any free country where your men and your women have fought for your freedoms and died. Your brothers and sisters, your grandfathers, cousins, your aunt and uncles have died for your freedoms. You know, you should have autonomy of your own body. And how do they get away with this, people? How do they get away with this? They want abortion to be your choice when it's not even your body that you're, you know. I'm not going to get into that, but just compare abortion to what they're trying to do, and it's totally backwards. You know what I mean? But anyways, we wanted to talk about that and shout out our support to our Canadian cousins up there. And it's a pretty nice day. It's a little windy, as you can tell by the flag. Hopefully the wind's going to be with me today heading south. We are in Texas, going to South Texas. Long 10-hour drive, 10.5-hour drive today. And I got door number 4. We just backed into it. We got some other trucks here loading up at the freezer. And wanted to talk about that and get that out of the way and let you know what we're doing, but also wanted to say what a crazy weekend of football. Oh my gosh, if I remember right, I can't remember. I mean, last week was crazy too, but this week with the conference championship games, I mean, didn't the 49ers come back and win? Yeah, I think they did. 49ers came back from a deficit and took that game. And wow, the Bengals, I cannot believe that. I don't know what was wrong with Mahomes there at the last. I don't know if he was nervous or whatnot, but he didn't make the right decisions, I don't think. I mean, I'm not going to blame the loss on him, But that's just the way it goes. I mean, you can't play a perfect football game every time you go out there, but in order to be a good team, you know, especially in a conference championship, you have to play as near perfect as possible. But wow, what a game. I was hoping to see a Rams and Chiefs matchup in the Super Bowl, because Matthew Stafford for the Rams, he's a Texas boy. He went to Highland Park. And Mahomes is a Texas boy, and he went to school somewhere down there by Tyler, Texas. He might have went to Longview. I don't know. I can't remember. But somewhere down there by Tyler. He might have went to an actual Tyler High School down there. But I was hoping to see that matchup. But nevertheless, I think congratulations to 49ers fans. Congratulations to any Bengals fans out there. Wow, the Bengals are going again. What's it been, 30 years? And can't take anything away from them on that. You know, I was really hoping the 49ers were going to get their butts kicked, but they showed some resourcefulness and came back and stuck with it. I mean, they deserve to go. You know, what can you say? I just hope the Bengals thrash them in the Super Bowl. I'm going for the Bengals. I may even get me a Bengals shirt, you know, to show my support, and I'll show you guys. But I wanted to go over those three things. I mean, we're feeling okay. The truck's running okay. But I have had some cam sensor issues, so I don't know if I'm going to have to replace the cam in this thing, and that's going to be a pain in the butt, because you have to take off the whole front end of the truck. You have to take the hood off, the charge cooler, radiator, condenser, everything, the fan, you know, to be able to pull that cam out. So we'll see what conspires, you know, what comes about on this. But I'm pretty sure that eventually I'm going to have another cam put in. And it's running okay right now, but I don't know, we'll see. And we're going on about almost 7-something minutes. I don't want to go too long with this short clip, because I wanted to be able to get it uploaded in real time, because it is, you know, now it's February the 1st, so we're into the next month, and wanted to get something uploaded for you guys. Now, some of the longer videos that I'm going to upload, they're going to be from a few weeks back, because I haven't got caught up yet, but nevertheless, they should be pretty good videos. So I would like to wish everyone happy Valentine's Day that's coming up. If I don't get to say that later, because some of my older videos are going to be going up. So happy Valentine's Day, guys. Don't forget your wives on you know, this coming Valentine's. Do not forget your wives and girlfriends. You know, don't wait till the last minute. We have internet for a reason nowadays. All right. It's a lot easier with the internet. Just wanted to say that. But anyways, yeah, have a good Valentine's Day, and I hope that everybody's health is improving. I know I got COVID a few weeks back, had to take 10 days off, and it wasn't bad. I mean, all I did was take ivermectin, and it kicked its ass. The ivermectin kicked its ass. I had a fever for the first few days. I took the ivermectin, and the fever was gone the next day. Congestion started clearing up. I had a little bit of a congestion and a slight fever. My fever wasn't that bad. My immunity, my natural immunity, was actually doing a good job on this on that COVID. So, but I still had a little bit of congestion. That congestion is starting to clear up now. Day by day, it just takes a while with this COVID, you know, for that congestion to clear up. And oh yeah, I wanted to mention this. We got the Beijing Olympics coming up in China, and what about that? Have you heard about China's new statement about another COVID variant coming out, or that may come out? I don't know if that it's out yet, but they say it may come out if it mutates. That could kill 33% of the population. So 1 in every 3rd person could die from this new strain that we don't know if they're out or not. But it's funny how they announced this new strain that might come out, that might mutate. That I don't think any humans have. It's an animal disease right now, but if it mutates to a human, funny how they mentioned that 1 in 3 people could die, and they're having thousands, if not millions, of people come in for the Winter Olympics into China. Why didn't the Olympic Committee cancel people going to China? This is where the virus started, and now thousands of millions of people are going to go to China for the Winter Olympics. And with this so-called new variant that may mutate and affect humans, we're going to have thousands of millions of people there from all over the world, and then they're going to come home. Doesn't sound very smart to me. Has anybody put that together? Oh yeah, and I wanted to mention one other thing. We're talking about the signs of the times as far as this like pandemic, supposed pandemic that's going on and everything else. Russia and Ukraine and whatnot, just kind of, we're in a weird place right now in history. And another sign that nobody is paying attention to, that I want you guys to kind of look into, is nobody's paying attention to the magnetic North Pole. This pole has been moving for years. And believe it or not, this next March in 2023, the magnetic North Pole will come to a 40-degree polarity. I don't know if that's the right word, but a 40-degree polarity compared to the true north of the Earth. So let me ask you this: have you ever taken a compass and put a magnet beside it and turned that compass to 40 degrees with that magnet being beside it? Once you hit that 40 degrees, that magnet goes crazy. Not the magnet, but the compass. The compass goes crazy. And what's going to happen to the Earth, when we hit that 40-degree polarity next March, during Purim, which is a Jewish holiday. And it's weird that it's landing on Purim too. So I want you guys to think about that. I mean, they say it's moving 5 miles a month, and it has 70 more miles before it reaches the 40-degree mark as far as the magnetic north. Wonder what's going to happen then. Is our magnetic field going to go haywire, or what they say is true, that our poles might reverse on us? I mean, what's going to happen if that happens? I mean, are we going to have tsunamis and tidal waves? So I don't know, really think about this thing, because this magnetic north anomaly dilemma could pose a really big threat to everybody, and nobody's looking at it. Everybody's looking at Russia, Ukraine, looking at meteors or asteroids that may come down, and nobody's paying attention to the magnetic north that's been moving for several years, and we'll reach that. Right now we're on the strong side. We're on the strong side of the 40 degree. Once we hit that 40 degree, we'll be on the weaker side of the magnetic polarity, the magnetic field. So, I mean, think of a compass. What does a compass do? I mean, it goes crazy. It doesn't know which way it's going after it passes that 40-degree mark when you hold a magnet up to it. So, what will happen in that respect? The Beijing Olympics and this threat of a new variant coming out from animals. It hasn't affected humans yet, but they say if it mutates one time, it could affect humans, and we're going to have thousands, if not millions, of people over there for that Beijing Olympics. The Bengals and the 49ers going to the Super Bowl with these crazy last 2 weeks of these playoff games. And congratulations to those two teams and their fans. And I'm rooting for the Bengals on this one. Sorry, 49ers. And I'm still biased over that. They beat the Cowboys back in the, what was it, the 80s or 90s? Right before the 90s, it might have been 89 when Joe Montana threw that touchdown to those tight end. Yeah, I was watching that game, and that really, I'm still mad about that, Joe Montana. I mean, you're a good quarterback, I respect you, but you really hurt the boys when you did that, and you guys, that was the start of you guys' franchise team, basically, of winning all those Super Bowls. So you had to beat the boys to do that. You know, you had to beat the best to be the best, and you guys were. But I really wanted you to lose, you know, to the Rams because of Stafford. Stafford's a Texas boy. Anyways, the Freedom Convoy in Canada that's spreading, it's actually spreading to other countries, so we may end up having one here in the United States too, with all these freaking regulations going on. All right, I mean, how can an owner-operator sustain all this stuff? I mean, they're wanting to tax unvaccinated drivers, truck drivers in Canada. Are they going to do that in the United States? Because we already pay our, you know, the 1099 tax, which is a lot of money. Then we have to pay self-employment tax, 15%. I mean, you're gonna tax us, and then if we have to pay an unvaccinated tax, you're gonna tax us out of a freaking job. You know, it takes money to keep this equipment up. This equipment, you know, these $100,000 trucks, they take a lot of money to keep running. And I know in the United States, people like to think, you know, they see a Swift truck, a Prime truck everywhere, you know, all these major carriers, and they think, oh, there's a lot of them. Yeah, they're the heart of the United States. No, the heart of the United States is the small fleet owner / independent owner-operator, or just owner-operator leased on like I am. That is the heart of what drives this country. 75% of our nation's trucks are small fleet trucks or independent or single leased on owner-operators. Okay, there's only 25% that are major fleet carriers. So when you see a Prime, a Swift, JB Hunt, all them, you know, Schneider, I mean, most of those guys, they're just 25% of what a truck's out there on the road hauling the goods in the United States, you know, in the United States, for the United States, to Canada, for Canada. You know, we haul to the border to send this stuff to Mexico. But if they keep taxing us, how are we going to be able to sustain that? And they think that these major carriers are going to pick up the slack. They're only 25%. You're going to have a major food shortage going on. And, you know, if we're taxed, if the diesel price goes up anymore, or we're taxed anymore upon what we already pay. I mean, that's why I have the channel name as the channel name, 2 Cents Trucking, Ever Cents Counts, because of that sole purpose is that it takes all the money you make in truck driving, you have to really penny pinch because of all the taxes and regulatory stuff you have to pay upon repairs of your equipment. You know, you really have to pinch your pennies to be able to survive. And also, you know, 2 cents, because I like to give my 2 cents, but regardless, I wanted to get that out there in real time, so I will be uploading this video today, and I hope you guys have a good Valentine's, a good time up to Valentine's, going into February. And think about those things I said about the Beijing Olympics. You know, go Bengals. Trucker Freedom Convoy. Support the truckers in Canada and the U.S. Is what it is it's freedom from a vaccine mandate, from the jab mandate. You should have autonomy over your own body. You know, you should have a choice. And also, I forget that other thing I said at first, but it's back in the clip a bit. But you guys have a great day. I'm going to try to get loaded and get down the road down to South Texas.